Part 2 Stage 9. As Joe had already planned the opening ceremony of the first day and the shooting would start in the morning, the preparation for shooting had to start the day before the shooting. On the morning of the previous day, Ophelia took all kinds of shooting props and equipment from her home on an outlying island to the urban area by boat with the Filipino domestic helper of another relative on the same island and then carried them to the urban pier. The truck was then transported to the large lawn in front of the pretty lady's villa. Because there were only 2 women, the transportation process was quite difficult. However, with the efforts of these 2 capable women, after several hardships, the goods were finally unloaded from the truck and arrived at the big grass field where Joe was waiting for them. And with the joining of the pretty lady's domestic helper, the relative's Indonesian domestic helper, and Ophelia's best BFF, everyone worked together to arrange the locations that need to be prepared for tomorrow's shooting. Everyone has been working until dusk, and then the extremely tired out Joe, Ophelia, and her BFF all took a taxi to a nearby hotel to take a well-needed rest before tomorrow's shooting. But the 2 ladies stayed up late at night talking about tomorrow's shooting after freshening up. On the morning of the shooting, Ophelia put on a sexy and girly Santa suit to highlight her presence because she was afraid that she would not have the majesty of being a director. After putting it on, Ophelia immediately felt energetic, so the 3 of them came to the shooting scene quickly, and when they arrived, the pretty lady kindly prepared coffee and breakfast for everyone, and then the truck carrying the last and most important big shot finally arrived. The relative's Filipino domestic helper from the day before led the long and tall greyhound from Ophelia's home and finally arrived at the shooting scene. After Ophelia welcomed her pet dog, because there was no extra production budget to hire a professional makeup artist, she went back indoors and began to do the makeup for the pretty lady, because the first scene will be to shoot the pretty lady's role as a gypsy woman where the flea market is located. While Ophelia was doing makeup for the pretty lady, the 3 domestic helpers continued to make final adjustment in the shooting location according to the directors, also serving as the film's art director, Will, while Joe carried his cane to walk back and forward for the director and the 3 domestic helpers who were doing layout work as communication infantry to carry out communication. And with the end of the makeup process and the arrival of the principal photographer, the filming finally began.